clopper. You go ahead and clop your way to a good day. Cloppy. Hey, Rug Dougie. Indiana Rug in the Ruggy Temple of Doom. Rockin' with the rockin' rug, more than you will ever know. I was better off when Rug was on my side and she was holding on. Hey, Rug, good girl. You like your dry food, don't you? Ricky just likes dry food. Rockin' Rug. Damn, forgot about this chick. There's so many, baby. Can't remember them all. Was Hood. So I watched Lars and the Real Girl last night. Man, that movie bummed me out. At first, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a bad movie. I don't know, man. I just feel like if you're a guy who has struggled with dating and loneliness, that movie kind of just is a bummer. Kind of put me in a bad mood. I had to freaking meditate and qigong my way out of it and listen to theta waves, and it wasn't like that big of a deal. It just kind of like brought me down a little bit. I'm not really trying to watch movies that bring me down. I was tempted to make like a video response to it. Like the whole premise of the movie is that everybody's like jumping through hoops to try to like help this guy. It's just got me thinking like, damn, dude. Here we are in an epidemic of single, lonely men. And they're treated like fucking criminals. They're treated like criminals today. It's just funny to watch a movie where like everybody's bending over backwards to try to help accommodate this guy. It's like, man, that guy's lucky. It's like he's alone, but he's not really alone. He's got like a whole community of people. See, that's the thing about the movie is just the guy, he has a community. You know, everybody in his church knows who he is. He has a job. Everybody at his job knows who he is. His freaking brother and his wife live right next door. He's got this big community. And there's even a girl who, like, is dying for him to ask her out, just throwing herself at him. It's like, eh. That movie gave me kind of nasty feelings. It was kind of funny for a little bit in like the first hour. Well, I mean, it's not even a 2-hour movie. It's like an hour and 40 minutes or something. But yeah, first 45 minutes are like kind of funny. But it just starts to make you think too much if you're a single guy yourself. like somebody who's been like terminally single. That's the kind of movie that like people in relationships probably enjoy. They're not chuds like us. Not chuds like us. Not chuds like us. Not chuds like us. Not chuck like us. Down, 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 down. You ain't even little chuddy. What's up with all my little chuddies? Bum, bum, bum. Mainly women who liked it at the time. Yeah, it's just kind of this like, it seems like a woman's reaction to the existence of sex dolls. That was probably kind of near the beginning of the discussion of sex dolls or love dolls or whatever. It definitely seems like a woman's just attempt to like cope with it. Now, not that there's a lot to cope with. Dude, guys who talk about that shit like it's replacing women is like really cringe, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe in like 100 years, if people keep working on it. I don't know. Have to check in and see where those suckers are at now, but nah, dude. I feel like you're down pretty bad if you think that that shit's gonna replace a woman. I mean, if you want to get one, whatever. See, that's the other thing is that the entire fucking town like adjusts to the fact that this guy has a sex doll. Mic check. I can just move the laptop closer. That's about it. Yeah, the entire town just kind of like deals with the fact this guy is in a relationship with a sex doll, and in real life, men hide that shit, but for obvious reasons. But yeah, you know, if people want to fucking get one, then whatever. Just don't be like all smug, like, oh, women are so worried about sex dolls. It's like, no, they're not, dude. Now, if they make them like $200, if they make them like $200 and it's like top notch, if it becomes like the new fucking iPhone, like the Apple I bitch. If they make the Apple I bitch and they're $200 and then just every fucking guy gets one and they're all top notch, then we might have a problem, ladies. That's the thing. Like, if there's a hooker in town and it's like, oh my gosh, this girl like talks to the guys, she does their dishes. I'm really worried about this escort. How much does she cost? $5,000 a night. It's like, okay, you got nothing to worry about. Now she's doing it for $150 a pop. Now you got a problem, ladies. Now you got a problem, ladies. The Apple I bitch, dude. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't make a video about it, because that's the thing, dude. The more time goes on, the more I realize this black-pilled videos are just very neurotic. When you say things, like, I was going to say things like, nobody really cares about single men. I don't know, maybe they do. The reality is that nobody cares about me, dude. I think there's single men out there who people do care about them. I'm not one of them. There's probably guys who have that kind of scenario that he has, where he's single, but he has a big community. It's usually betas, dude. Like a beta who a bunch of people love. And that really raises the question, what can you offer as a man? If you're strong, you know, you don't have to be physically strong. I gotta tell you, dude, I got a long way to go with the weightlifting, man. Got a long way to go with the weightlifting, dude. Anyway, if you're strong, mentally strong, not cuck kind of a guy, but you don't have the certain things to offer that women want, then you're on your own, dude. You have to have something to offer as a man. So if you don't have companionship to offer a woman because they're not attracted to you, then you have to be like a fucking yes man. Then you have to be basically a little beta boy, dude. You have to be everybody's yes man. You have to conform to the politics that are in the room. You have to just be soy, dude. But, you know, if you're a guy who has struggled with women for whatever reason, you don't have things to offer in that department, but you also have your own opinions, and you're outspoken, and you've lashed out at people for being shitty people, you're on your own, dude. And your life's not going to be like that movie where the whole fucking town works together to try to accommodate your delusion to make you happy. But anyway, that's that. That was on the spiritual movies list. Probably Masvidal. It's funny, it's like it's boxing now instead of MMA, but it's not like there was any takedowns in their first fight in the UFC. I saw that Neon clip where Neon was talking shit. That was kind of funny. Well, then why didn't he do that when they first fought? You know they fought already, right? In UFC. I don't know, dude. Masvidal's a pretty good boxer, too. And he's just bigger. Yeah, but was there any even, like, clinching or grappling or anything? I don't really feel like there was, dude. Masvidal is pretty much a pure boxer, too. But, I don't know. I'll watch it. Hopefully they're getting paid some decent money. Nate's up and down, man. I tell you what, there's like some fights that he's won that I was like, damn, that makes it seem like he's really good. Like when he beat Anthony Pettis. He beat Anthony Pettis at 170. I was like, dude, that's a really good win, man. Even though Anthony Pettis had kind of a weird record at that point. Anthony Pettis lost kind of a lot of fights. Then he freaking knocked out Wonder Boy at 170. It was like, oh shit, dude. That really set Wonder Boy back. Yeah, that was pretty bad for Wonder Boy. That set him back a little bit. Gotta check, gotta check, gotta check. Are they fighting tonight too? Chael and Anderson Silva? Like, Now, how the hell is that even a thing, dude? Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva boxing. Like, how does that make sense? Man, Chael was like a contender once upon a time. What the fuck happened to Chael Sonnen, dude? I can tell you what happened to Chael Sonnen. He lost that rematch to Anderson Silva. And it was a shame, dude. He threw that spinning back fist and then he fell. And then Anderson fucking took him out when he fell. And then that was it. And then Chael went up to 205, and that was a mistake. Chael shouldn't have ever went up to 205, dude. He got his ass beat all over the place at 205. And then he went up to heavyweight. He really got his ass beat. I used to really like Chael's style, dude. I really liked wrestling in the UFC. I used to kind of be like a wannabe wrestler guy, dude. Back when I was first getting into lifting weights. Man, I got a long way to go with the weights, boys. I watched some Garage Strength videos last night. There's a channel called Garage Strength. I'm starting to switch up my rep ranges. I still like the Mario Rios guy, but I'm going to try some different rep ranges. 5 sets of 5 felt great on deadlifts. So I'm going to keep doing the 5 sets of 5. I hit 205 for a set of 6 yesterday. Sumo deadlift. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing the 5 sets of 5 for the sumo deadlifts. Yeah, I hit a set of 6 at 205. I was doing 5 sets of 5. And then when I got to my last set at 205, I was like, fuck it, do 6. So I'm really not hitting failure on the sumo deadlifts. I mean, once upon a time, I deadlifted 315. That was the day I fucked up my knee. What's crazy, though, is I didn't fuck up my knee hitting 315. Oh, man. After I did 315, I dropped down to like 245 for reps. And that's when I fucked up my knee. But whatever, dude. It's in the past now. It's not really that big of a deal. It's some sort of... I don't even really know what the fucking deal is. But the pain's not that big of a deal. I went for a run yesterday. I got this run near my place. It's like just under 3 miles. And I figured out how to add a little portion to it. And then it will be 3.5 miles. But dude, I don't like freaking running, man. I don't like running. And it's not the running itself. It's the fact that I'm like outside on the road near the cars. Outside on the road near the cars. That's what I don't like about it, dude. I don't like being out there like that. Maybe I'll go find a track or trails I can run on. I don't like running on the road. Yeah, maybe I should find a park where I could go run or something. I don't like running around the cars. That's really the only issue. It's just kind of like an introverted thing. I feel like I'm kind of exposed, you know? They just point out things that are completely obvious in their video, screaming, trying to act like they're smart. They're good for the memes, dude. It's like their basic advice. It's just, it's not rocket science, bro. The 6 to 12 rep range, and then anything you can do standing, do standing. I was a little bit disappointed. I was about to do the Sam Solik workouts. I found that channel right before I started getting into these Sam Solik workouts. I was like, oh man, I kind of wanted to like use some freaking machines, bro. But yeah, at this point I'm really not using like any machines. I was a little tempted to use the freaking hamstring curl, but I'm doing the Romanian deadlifts for hamstrings. Exactly, dude, yeah. But I feel pretty good about what I'm going to try today. So today's chest and shoulders, I'm going to do what's called an 80-60 drop set routine. 3 sets of 5 with 80%. And then 3 sets of 17 with 60%. And this garage strength guy says that this is like a great way through pushing through plateaus. I haven't necessarily hit a plateau yet, but I'm going to give it a shot for bench today. So I went ahead and put 185 as my 1 rep max. So 3 sets of 5 with 150, and then 3 sets of 17 with 110. 2 minutes between sets for the 3 sets of 5, and then 2 minutes, or then like a minute and a half between sets for the 3 sets of 17. There's all kind of hot girls at the gym, dude. I don't consistently see them, though. It's like a revolving door, you know? You never know who you're going to see there. But then tomorrow is leg day, unless I decide to take a rest day. But next will be leg day. I'm going to do the same thing for leg day. 3 sets of 5 and 3 sets of 17. Now, when you do the 3 sets of 17 on leg day, you don't really do like back squats with 60%. He says to do like goblet squats or something. So that's what I'm going to try for that. And I'm going with 160 pounds. Man, right now I'm kind of disturbed. I'm really upset by like how close my squat is to my upper body. Like my squats need some work, dude. But the sumo deadlifts hit quads too. So I'm taking solace in that. The fact that the sumo deadlifts are also hitting my quads. It's not a strength thing, dude. Yo, my quads have not been getting sore on leg day, which isn't really a good thing, but it just goes to show, like, the weights I'm using on squats right now doesn't really reflect strength. It's just, dude, I feel this, like, tightness in my hip flexors. I should probably stretch my hip flexors like every other day, at least. I'll tell you a way to get at the sweeties in the gym. I'm going to start doing full stretch sessions. I'm going to go in that freaking mat room place and do my full stretch routine in there. Yeah, I've been doing some Bulgarian squats too. Bulgarian squats. I started doing barbell lunges. I started really light with those. I've always thought those are kind of sketchy, dude. Or not sketchy, I just haven't really done them a lot. But yeah. Incline dumbbell press and front squats later today. That's one of the things I'm taking from Mario Rios is like my plan is I'm going to keep focusing on flat bench until I can do my body weight for like 6 reps. And like sets of 6 reps. Once I can hit my body weight for like 3 to 4 sets of 6 reps, then I'll start focusing on upper chest. Then I'll probably start doing like incline dumbbell press as a main chest day exercise. I've been alternating between starting with shoulders and starting with bench. I probably shouldn't alternate though. That's what I'm seeing about weightlift. You actually kind of want to do the same thing for a while. So I'm probably just going to keep starting with bench, you know, because who doesn't want to have a bigger bench, bro? It feels good to bench press again. At UNLV, I was just doing dumbbell press. UNLV was depressing, dude. I still had a lot of my strength, but I was slowly starting to realize that I had these lingering injuries. Dude, the fact that I conquered the fact that I'm doing pull-ups again, man, that's so huge, dude. I'm freaking doing pull-ups, and I'm not getting pain. I always do this grip, but I don't even really give a shit, dude. This is a little bit harder, but this is, like, a little bit harder on your shoulders. This activates your biceps. I really don't think these are, like, better than these, dude. They're harder. It's a couple reps harder because you're not engaging your biceps, but fucking engage your biceps, dude. Some people like the chin-ups better. This is like, you know, a little bit closer to a chin-up. But I don't know, dude. It's fucking close enough, dude. It's close enough, dude. 225 on squats, 291 on deadlift, bench 185. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm not hitting failure on deadlifts. I just think squats is like a learning curve. Like, I got to get the technique on squats again. I got to stretch the shit out of my hip flexors. It definitely seems like my legs just didn't get bigger. Like, when I got bigger, my legs stayed the same size. I used to be like 140 with pretty tanky legs. And it just seems like when my upper body put on all this weight, my legs just kind of stayed the same. But yeah, on leg day, I'm going to do 3 sets of 5 with 160 with, you know, perfect form, hopefully. And then I'll do 3 sets of 17 with the goblet squats. And then I'll do all my little, like, accessory shits. At some point, my squats are going to, like, shoot up by a lot. But deadlifts the sumo deadlifts are coming together pretty quick, dude. Like I said, I was doing 5 sets of 5 yesterday. On my last set where I did 205, I did 6. Because it was like, yeah, we're kind of just going through the motions. It's like I've said in the past, and it's definitely harder to do than it is to say. Like, I could probably just start pushing myself harder, lifting more weight, but it feels good to just, you know, keep one in the chamber like Wilk. And just, you know, add 5 pounds every week, or add 10 pounds. For something like deadlifts, you can add like 10 pounds. So next week, we'll hit 215 for a set of 5. Narrow grip pull-ups are easier. Really? Oh, what is this, narrow grip? Well, I was looking up running too. My legs feel kind of sore from running. Oh my gosh, yesterday's run was brutal, dude. I never stopped though. Yeah, I was starting to wonder. It's like, okay, I puffed up to 170 once I got here. Because I was closer to like 164 in Kodiak from doing all that cardio all the time. Now I puffed up to 170. Lifting weights, I'm starting to think, okay, I'll bet a run's going to be pretty rough right now. I never stopped. I should have timed myself. I'm pretty sure it was like 30 to 35 minutes. 2.91 miles in like 30 to 35 minutes. So like a really shitty 5K. 5K is a little bit longer. But yeah, I think I'm going to go try to find a park to run at or something, because I don't like running on the road, dude. It kind of makes me feel like icky for the rest of the day. That's the problem I've been having with runs. It's just, it's like, yeah, when I say I don't like runs, it's like, you know, it's hard. I was huffing and puffing, dude. I wanted to stop for like the last half of the run. I got a side ache. Oh my gosh, I ended up getting a side ache running through it. I was doing like a snail's pace. That's something that bothers me, is the difference between a run and a jog. Run versus a jog. I'm like, am I running or am I jogging? Pretty sure if you're doing like MMA or boxing, you should be doing a run. And then there's people who like do a jog. Now, jog is plenty sufficient for burning calories and losing fat. Shoulder press 135. Let's get it. I basically think you should avoid 1 rep maxing like the plague, dude. You might as well just be doing sets of 6 to 8, and then, or maybe like have a day where you do something that you can do for like a working set of 6 to 8, and then just max it out. See how many reps you can do. And then use a 1 rep max calculator. They're all over Google. And then just calculate your 1 rep max like that, dude. I used to freaking 1 rep max like all the fucking time back in the day, dude. But I gotta tell you, man, I'm thinking about how strong I used to be when I was lighter. It's like, damn. I mogged myself in every lift. I did 185 for a set of 5 one time. When I did that Pop-Tart diet, I was 175. That was near the peak, kind of my lifting. Fuck, man. I hit 185 for a set of 5 one time. And I got a long way to go. But I do think I'm just kind of like getting comfortable again, getting the technique down. I got some strength that's going to be waking up here pretty soon. Quality reps, let's get it. But yeah, the Mario Rio shit, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna be doing 5 reps instead of 6. It's like, it's just 1 rep difference, dude. And yeah, something about the 5 sets of 5 for deadlifts is like, oh man, this just feels familiar. This feels familiar. I've done it in the past. I know that this is like a tried, tested, true way to get it going. So for deadlifts, I'm already doing 5 sets of 5. I'm gonna try this 3 sets of 5, 3 sets of 17 for both squat and bench. There's another one too. There's one where you do 85% of your 1 rep max.
Nietzsche donated $1 to Wolfgang. When Murph, or to Week?
Did it say Murph? I've done the Murph before. Well, a lot of times I did Murph without the running. A Murph is you run a mile, then you do, what is it? 300 squats, 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups. I don't know about those 100 pull-ups, man. I'm doing pull-ups again. It would be crazy. I'm doing pull-ups again, and now it's like, okay, now how do I get back to where I was with pull-ups? Yesterday I did pull-ups last. Oh, that's another thing. I started with deadlifts yesterday. That's part of the reason I feel like I felt so much stronger on the deadlifts, because I started with it. And I'm probably going to keep doing that. Start with deadlifts. And then I think sometimes I'll do rows second. Sometimes I'll do pull-ups second. But I did pull-ups last. I still got a set of 7 for my first set of pull-ups. But yeah, I'll bet if I did a Murph now and actually tried to get through those 100 pull-ups, oh man. That would take forever, dude. I'm still just not there with pull-ups. I was doing it with rows. When I did my own version of the Murph, it was like 140 or 160 rows. Body weight rows. But yeah, everything's going smooth so far, man. I'm definitely like wanting to be stronger all around than I am now, especially on squats. I'll feel so much better when the squats are more where I want them to be. Once I'm doing sets of 6 with like 185 on squats, I'll at least feel like I'm on the right track. But fucking, dude, with deadlifts, if it's too heavy, if you're failing, then just don't pick up the weight or just drop it. Easy. Theoretically, yeah, you could fail on bench, but I've bailed on bench before. When like I can't lift it anymore, I kind of just like roll it down to my lap and then stand up. It's not that hard to like bail on a bench press. But I tend to be pretty responsible with that. I usually just don't fail on bench like that. But squats, damn, dude. I don't like failing on squats. It's just like every time you go down for a rep, it's like, am I going to come back up? I don't know if I'm going to come back up. I don't, actually. That might be a mistake. I might need to try to figure out how to eat some breakfast, even if it's just a bowl of cereal. But yeah, I wake up, drink my coffee. When I get to the gym, it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't eat anything before the gym, so that might be part of what's going on. I'm loading creatine, though. I'm not loading as much as it says. It says you should do like 4 to 5 servings a day. That's a lot. Dude, I've always thought loading creatine was a pain in the ass. I'm just doing 3 servings of 5 grams, which is a serving. They said even if you don't load creatine, eventually it just takes longer. Like your creatine stores just don't load up as fast. but it doesn't really matter. I'm loading with 3 servings, so it'll take a little bit longer to get that creatine stores going. But yeah, the runs bother me, dude, because I really feel like I should be running. But yeah, I gotta find a park to run at or a track or something. It's cool that I have a running route that I can just run from home. But I don't like it, dude. It makes me feel icky. Sweetie. I wanted to post a picture of the girl from Churches and just be like, "Sweetie." I've been listening to that shit a lot, dude. Churches, man. I got so many Churches songs stuck in my head. I was playing some on drums yesterday. There's kind of like a cool, and the song "Violent Desires." Is that really what it's called? No, "Violent Delights." I was like, "Ooh, that's a weird name for a song." It is. It is a weird name for a song, but it's got kind of like a cool drum and bass beat in it. Sweetie. She's such a sweetie. Okay, guys. Bathroom time. Hopefully it's quick today. BRB. Oh. Okay, pretty smooth sailing today. So, the other garage strength rep range, it was 85% of your 1 rep max, and so you do like a set of 2 with it, and then 30 seconds rest. So yeah, 5 sets of 2 with 30 seconds rest between. And then after that, you take 5 minutes rest. And then you do 5 sets of 1 with it. So that's kind of a weird one, but I feel like at some point I'm going to try that for squats. I am already starting to find that I kind of just like lower reps. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I feel like it's easier to make sure that you're progressing when you do lower reps. It's like the burial all over again. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Freaking Drake, dude. I don't think that's what creatine does. My test is fine, bro. I'm fucking bald. But yeah, I just feel like the lower reps is just easier to progress. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I'm staying the same weight and I'm getting stronger, then you're getting leaner at that weight, you know? And in the past, people have said that 5x5 is like a good balance of strength and hypertrophy. Like it's strength focused, but you're going to gain as much muscle as you need to lift that weight. So I'll go back to like, see, I think 6 to 12 is a little bit too big of a rep range. You need to kind of have an idea of a stricter rep range. At some point, I'll do maybe like 4 sets of 8, 4 sets of 7 or something. But I am starting to think that eventually with every lift, I'll go back to 5 sets of 5. Except for like bicep curls and tricep pull downs and all that kind of shit. But for squat, bench, deadlift, can't really go wrong with 5 sets of 5, dude. If you're doing that and you're increasing the weight, then you're on the path. But I'm being really strict with it. What I said, man, in the past is like, I would usually not get 5 reps in the last 2 or 3 sets because I always wanted to lift so much weight, dude. It's like I was almost 1 rep maxing every workout. I swear, dude. Oh, and it's cringe to think of, man. I look back and it's kind of obvious why I injured myself. But I was strong. I was pretty fucking strong. But I hit a plateau pretty quick and I started getting injuries. But yeah, I think about like how strong I was in high school. It's like, damn, dude, I really was strong, but it wasn't just optimal. I think if I'm just patient, eventually I'll get strong again, stronger. This is the way to do it, dude. It's time for me to practice what I preach. It's really just a matter of patience. Matter of patience. When you do like a 5 set of 5 workout and it goes really smooth like yesterday to where I actually add a rep on the last set, you're getting the technique down, your body's adjusting, everything is getting adapted. So yeah, I'm planning on doing 150. 3 sets of 5 with 150 on bench today. And I think that should be all right. I was doing 145 for like sets of 6. And I feel like I was ready to start trying to do sets of 6 to 7 with 150, so I should be good for 3 sets of 5 with 150. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, dude. That whole song is like goofy, man. It's not even that part. Like I can't remember what it was. But something about that song was like really goofy, dude. Yeah, they loving the crew. That song's on that album too. I think that's The Weeknd. And they're loving the crew. Everybody's loving the crew. That should be the new Wrinkles and Rugs song. They're loving the crew, Crinklers. Wrinklers is the crew. And they're loving the rug. Everybody's loving the rug. Hey, Rig Dog. I'm probably going to get on it early today. Fucking runs, man. It's like I almost just want to like use a treadmill, but that's so lame. And then it's kind of like I'd have to actually drive to the gym for like a special cardio day where I just do a long treadmill session. That's so lame though, dude. Yeah. It's not a matter of like the run itself. It's not a matter of like running being hard. And it is. Like I'm huffing and puffing and I want to stop the whole freaking time. Got a side ache, but I never stopped. But I don't like being in the road. I don't like being out there like that with all the cars going by. It makes me feel icky, gives me like nasty, hurting my empath ways. I need to find a cool place to run. I used to. Maybe that helped, dude. I was definitely listening to death metal when I was lifting in Boston. And sometimes people would look at me like, they'd give me this look, dude. They could hear the death metal in my headphones. And like, it'd be like Origin or Nile, Behemoth. I listened to like the absolute heaviest shit, dude. Now I'm listening to freaking Churches. Listening to freaking Sweetie Pop. I want to make another Churches mashup video, dude. I'm going to make a Dragon Ball Z Churches mashup. I don't know when. I freaking love Churches, dude. I love Churches. Even though I don't like that it's Chverches. I love Chverches. I can't pronounce that, dude. Call them Churches. Like Church's Chicken. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Let's get this going, dude. Ooh, yeah, that is the spot right there. You know what's crazy, dude? Is that my hair, you can't really see it. My hair stopped growing right there. And this is right where it is, bro. This is right where whatever this freaking pain is. My freaking hair stopped growing right there. So, yeah, dude. I don't know what the hell it is. It's some sort of like a hernia. It's like some sort of like a tear or a rip in the muscle. I've had this shit since 2015, bro. So I don't think it affects me functionally. It's just that I don't really feel good there. Especially after a run. It seems like runs is what really aggravates it. Sometimes the jump aggravates it. Or sometimes the jump rope aggravates it. But, yeah, that's all that's left. Because my scapular shit seems to be better. I'd sure love to make this thing go away, dude. If I was reading the right shit, if I did figure out what it was, and it is this kind of like hernia thing, basically the only way to make it go away is with surgery. But it doesn't really matter. It's just pain. Like, it doesn't really affect your lifting or you're working out, but sometimes it really doesn't feel good. I was feeling it last night. Probably because I deadlifted and ran on the same day. I swear though, dude, like, deadlifting makes me feel good. If I use good form. I feel like deadlifting makes everything feel better, man. So far, I'm just freaking loving the deadlift. Sumo deadlift. Squats are really hurting my ego. And I'm kind of neutral on bench press. You know, I'm already doing sets of like 6 to 7 with 145. I'll feel like a fucking jackass though if I'm squatting the same as I'm benching though. That's gonna not feel good. I gotta step it up with my squats. Dude, it's making the whole house rumble. Well, we're having a great connection today. Fuck is everybody? Come hang out with your little buddy, guys. Is it really National Chicken Day? Bro, if it's unironically National Chicken Day, I'm gonna freaking go to a chicken place today. Whoo! Van Halen, baby. Hey, I'll tell you what. 5150 is a good album. The first album with what's his name on it? Those songs come on the radio a lot. National Fried Chicken Day, dude. I'm in. I'm in, baby. I'm gonna buy one of those massagers now. Mix of both death and black metal. Yeah. I kind of just like regular music now, bruh. Dude, I was listening to Burial like way back when I was like 20. And this drummer that I watch who covers like drum and bass shit, he was covering a Burial song. I was like, oh shit, that drum beat is so cool. I gotta try listening to Burial again. Dude, Freemasons are tryhards, man. I'm walking my own path. I don't need to hang out with a bunch of brown nosers. Something tells me that Ryan Garcia is going through a little humiliation ritual. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? He might even be fighting like demonic oppression. He might be struggling with some demons that are trying to fuck up his reputation. Grave Mind. Ooh. And we're loving the crew. Everybody's loving the crew. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Dude, It's basically just trying to grab some popcorn, sit back, and watch. I followed him on Instagram, and I'm watching him like apologize every day. It's like, dude, how did you fuck up this bad, bro? Yeah. I'm thinking about making a video about that too. I have all these ideas for videos. I kind of want to just give my thoughts on the whole situation with Ryan Garcia. Like, he's an idiot for doing that. And it's one of those things. It's like, well, what do you expect, dude? Like, you think you're not going to get canceled for that, but I don't know, dude. Just imagine a world where people just didn't care. And then people were like, dude, how can you possibly be a white guy lecturing black people to not care about something like that? And it's just like, I mean, bro, it's a word that makes you like emotional and upset. From my perspective, dude, there's not anything anybody could say that isn't personal to me that could make me that upset. And I deal with personal insults all the time, dude. And it's just like, if somebody's like, fuck all honkies, that would not get me in my feelings, dude. That doesn't make me upset. That doesn't get me in my feelings. Like, dude, the villain, you're a black guy. It's like, when he says something like that, like N words, it's wrong. It's bad. He shouldn't say that. It makes sense that he'd get canceled for saying that, but does it like make you upset? Does it make you like really like emotional? It's just like, damn, dude. People shouldn't be able to say anything, especially when it's not personal to you, that makes you upset like that. Because in that podcast, dude, like all these black guys that I'm watching making videos about it, they sound really upset, dude. So it's like there's this button that anybody can press at any time that makes people upset, that makes you like offended and upset. And it's just like, dude. So I imagine a world where people's response to it was like, wow, that's fucked up, man. And, you know, he gets more of like a slap on the wrist. But, dude, it's so just... Because here's the thing. The world of successful people is filled to the fucking brim with scumbags. But it's people getting away with it, you know? There's people who have done things behind the scenes, selling drugs, like human trafficking. There's people at the top being scumbags, or they're just bullies growing up. You know, there's like a lot of people who are bullies in high school who grow up to have big wig positions of power. And none of these people are getting in trouble. So it's like, man, they throw the fucking books at you when you say something politically incorrect. They throw the absolute books at you when somebody says something politically incorrect like that. And my mentality on it now is like, you know, you're kind of a fucking idiot for saying that. You know that it's going to get you canceled, so why would you do it? Like, you don't have enough self-control to just not say those things. Now, I know this is coming from the guy who sang the N-word song, but I'm not in that place anymore, and it's just like, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. Like, on one hand, you know how society's going to react. Just don't do it. Just have some self-control. Don't be stupid. But the way that people get, like, tarred and feathered and their careers destroyed for that is like, bro, there's people out here ruling the fucking world who have done, like, unspeakable shit, and they're not going to get caught. So, I don't know, dude. I feel like people shouldn't be as offended. Like, the black community, you should not get in your feelings when somebody says the N-word. It's like they have an ability to say this thing to you, but it's because, yeah, they've been conditioned to where people get punished for saying it. And then I see Ryan Garcia pointing out that what's this guy? Not Haney. I can't think of this black boxer guy, but he's talking about how no white boy could ever beat him. No white boy could ever beat me in boxing, and he's saying that that's kind of racist, and yeah, it kind of is. And nobody gives a shit. Not all of them, the villain. But it's funny that you say that, because it's like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at, dude. It's like, it's some of the Matrix shit. It's some Matrix shit, dude. It's like, they don't have to be. You don't have to be emotional, but they're upholding these social norms of that. Oh, somebody said the N-word. We all have to get emotional and offended, and they have to be punished. It's like, I feel like you don't have to get emotional and offended. And then the punishment should just be a little bit less, dude. Just a little bit less. It's like, okay, you said something really stupid. Get help. You're gonna fucking, like, you're suspended for 6 months. You're suspended for a month. You're suspended for 3 months. He's a good fucking boxer, dude. He just had a really good win against Haney. Ryan Garcia is a really good boxer. Like, it's a shame if he doesn't box anymore. And he's already sorry. And it's like, I think Ryan Garcia is kind of an idiot, dude. He's got something going on. I think it could be demonic. I think he might have some demonic shit going on, bro. I think I kind of had some demonic shit going on. I swear, man, I look at those clips of me in my worst moments. Sometimes I think it's AI. Sometimes I'm like, dude, I'm just acting off. I'm acting off in those clips. My eyes are all wide and like, I wasn't myself, bro. I wasn't myself, dude. Something was like setting me off. And the easiest answer is like, I was in this weird like fight or flight response from the stalking and shit. No, it wasn't the weed. Dude, everybody keeps trying like, oh, get him back on weed, get him back on. Maybe. I mean, maybe, but I don't know, dude. I don't think it was the weed. I think hypothetically, if I started smoking weed again, it would not take me back to that place at all. People thinking if I started smoking weed again, it would take me back to that place. That's not the case at all, bro. I would just be fucking boring. I'd be really boring. But yeah, I whatever it is, dude, it was not me. It was not natural. I was not in a good place. And the way that I cope, the way I just kind of like accept what happened and moved on is like, dude, people need to try to understand that. People need to try to understand that I was going through something. And the kind of people who don't understand that, they're ops, dude. They're people that shouldn't be paid attention to. But yeah. So my view on like cancel culture when it comes to like politically incorrect stuff like that. And I could see people trying to cancel me just for saying this. It's like, dude, something about it is just off, man. Dogpiling people, taking pleasure in deplatforming them and ruining them. For just saying something kind of immature. Everybody knows you're not supposed to say that, dude. It's like, oh, he said the thing that he's not supposed to say. So why are you getting emotional about it? And then why does it have to be like the end of the fucking world, bro? And it's like, you can't lecture me. You don't understand years and years and years of slavery. Dude, years and years and years of slavery happened no matter what anybody says. Hypothetically, if we get to a point where nobody ever says the N-word ever again, are you going to get over years and years and years of slavery? How dare you? No, it's not allowed to be discussed. It's not allowed to be worked out. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. These social barriers and boundaries and rules about this stuff. It's off limits. This is a method of control, bro. It's all a method of control. And it's like, if that's how it's going to be, dude, because, we get to a point where no white person has ever said the N-word for 20 years. It's like, oh, well, it's still not okay. And it doesn't matter. And how dare you suggest that we should get over it just because you didn't say the N-word? Yeah, now all of a sudden the N-word's not that big of a deal. And my whole thing is that a lot of the people like benefiting from that kind of control is rich white people, dude. It's fucking rich white people driving this cancel culture machine. Because like black people say, the white people drive everything, dude. Not me. I have no reason to be a white supremacist. Like, yeah, white people rule the world. Not me. I don't rule the fucking world. I'm paying for it. I'm getting fucking attacked by cancel culture, dude. And I'm saying it's like rich white people driving that shit. Or, small hats. Dude, it's a mechanism of control. And even that aside, like, bro, nobody should have control of your emotions like that. Like, imagine you take the internet out of it, okay? Imagine you're walking down the street and you don't have your cell phone to film. You don't have any method of filming it. And some guy says the N-word to you. And, like, he like drives up in a car and says the N-word and drives off. And you can't beat him up. And you can't film it. And you can't do anything about it. Are you traumatized? Is that going to, like, hurt your ability to fucking live, dude? Or are you going to get over it? It's, as a grown man, as like a manly man, nobody should be able to tamper with your emotions like that. This is just good advice. Somebody might say, like, this is a racist tirade. This is a white supremacist fucking tirade. Listen to the entitlement. This is self-help advice for black men. Like, dude, if you're like a young, rising black man in the world, nobody should be able to like tap into your emotions like that, dude. That's the kind of shit that Kanye West is trying to say. That's like what Kanye West is trying to say, bro. It's a fucking victim narrative. You know that? And I've had problems with that. That's a victim mentality. Sometimes I get triggered when people say victim mentality. There's a balance of like, sometimes it's gaslighting when somebody says you have a victim mindset. But it also exists. It's a balance, dude. Sometimes people are fucking playing the victim. And whatever your circumstance in life is, if you can stop playing the victim, it's more powerful, dude. Yeah, they use that narrative to dominate people they hate. Real. It's not allowed to be acknowledged. It's not allowed to be discussed. Well, I've had the fucking books thrown at me, so I'm going to fucking discuss whatever the fuck I want to discuss. And guess what? I don't want to discuss edgy, meaningless, immature bullshit, because that's not who I am. So that's my solution to people trying to cancel me is I'm just going to keep speaking from the heart, and I'm going to let it stack up for a long time. So if anybody takes their head out of their ass and watches my channel and listens to me talk, things that I've said recently, it should become evident that, like, I'm not some fucking horrible person, dude. Keith Wood's article yesterday in response to someone claiming woke culture is the progression of Protestant Christian values. I didn't realize how much actually it's all, yeah. And Protestants are kind of golems of, yeah. That's how I'm going to start referring to them, dude. Yeah. Let's not make a big fuss about it, but that's the new code word. That's the new dog whistle. Okay, let's move on. Just remember it. We don't want to talk about it too much because it will get exposed. Yeah, Protestants are kind of golems of, yeah. But you know what I've been thinking lately? See, as I start to consider maybe Gnostic Christianity, which is really fucking extreme and is really like, whoa, dude, that's out there. I start to consider that the original priesthood of the Catholic Church was, yeah. Think about it, dude. Bro, the more I think about it, the more it's like, you have our God, but it's like a tampered with way of worshiping our God. So you're not getting the benefits of worshiping our God, but at the same time, you try to worship our God, and you have a subverted faith. You have a subverted faith where on one hand, you're not getting the benefits from worshiping our God because you're not doing it right. But you're also like not properly worshiping your own God. So I'm taking it slow, dude. I'm taking the Gnostic shit really slow. For the record, I still all the Gnostics I come across on YouTube, most of them come off as very just edgy, dude. Edgy is not the way. Edgy is not the way, bro. Like somebody who has edgy behavior, it's a sign that you're just not enlightened. You're not approaching enlightenment, but I think the answer is it just doesn't really have to be acknowledged, bro. You just quietly focus on the New Testament. You should still know the Old Testament. I still say Psalms. I still have Psalms memorized. Some of them, not all of them, obviously. Create in me a clean heart, O Lord, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Notice that it never acknowledges Yahweh, though. You see, guys, I'm going down this line of research. You know who Yahweh has a lot in common with? Set. Set, the Egyptian foreign god. Set is portrayed as a donkey-headed deity that at one point wreaked havoc in Egypt. Set was a foreign god, a god of the foreigners in Egypt, who was donkey-headed and who caused storms, like in Exodus, who caused plagues, like in Exodus, who attacked Egypt, like in Exodus. Now, that doesn't necessarily prove anything. Like maybe that's who Set is based off of. But, you know, just the Egyptians could just be wrong. Like, it doesn't matter what the Egyptians think, but it's an interesting thing to think of, bro. Yahweh's like Shiva, god of destruction. Jesus is like Krishna, god of love. You can make that connection. Yeah, I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it slow with that kind of stuff, boys. I think the most mature, truly enlightened version of maybe what amounts to Gnosticism is just real Christ-centered Christianity, where you take your favorite parts of the Gospels and the New Testament and you just focus on that. And you can also focus on the Psalms and the Proverbs because it's just wisdom. You just focus on the wisdom of the faith, while also acknowledging that Buddhism and the best parts of yoga are a positive thing, you know? And I start to see some kind of overlap with, like, the Rosicrucians. The Rosicrucians had access. I think Rosicrucianism was basically like early perennialism. Maybe like the earliest perennialism. where it's just understanding wisdom of many religions. It's just about following wisdom, following the wisdom of the faiths. Van Halen, baby. Right now! Or no tomorrow! But yeah, it's going to take a lot of thinking, man. And I think just kind of maintaining a neutral position where it's like, I'm not going to start saying negative things about Yahweh. It might just be a silent, reserved, just kind of backing away. Ha. Well, I'll probably read the Book of Mormon at some point. Yeah. Def Leppard, baby. I think the puppeteers have decided that Trump is going to win the election. It's just one of those things, dude. Like, let Biden win in 2020 so the right gets nice and pissed off, so the left gets nice and arrogant. It's all a freaking play, dude. It's all a script. The Trumpsters needed to get nice and pissed off. Yeah, that's Def Leppard. Nah, dude, freaking... What is it? There's Eddie Van Halen, and then... Who's the drummer of Van Halen? Dude, he's got 2 arms, baby. He's really a sick drummer. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Yeah, Van Halen's got sick drumming, sick guitar playing. Van Halen's fucking sick, dude. Panama and Jump, dude. I will never, like, get tired of those songs. Those are, like, the sickest singles ever, bro. I don't know. I don't really care. Stormy Daniels! Who fucking cares, dude? Hush Money! He did the Hush Money! Like, who cares? I don't even say that as a Trump supporter. I just don't care. There's a lot of people caring when they're supposed to care, dude. For their team. This is the strategic moment for our team to care because it's going to help us win. It's going to help attack our perceived enemy to care. So let's care. Hush buddy! Stormy Daniels! Who cares? The rate things are going, yeah, the left sure, like, got high off their own fucking farts about January 6th, which I do not support. I did not support January 6th, but we sure heard the left, like, it was an insurrection. It was literally fascism. I can't believe that I lived through it. Oh, like, I mean, it was fascism, and I saw it, and I was there, and it's like, okay, yeah, it happened. Let's see what the left does when Trump wins now. Let's see how the left acts. Because I think the left is gonna freaking spurg out, dude. Let's just see what the left does, because this is gonna, dude, this is like rage fuel for the left. We see the majority of the left doesn't want Biden to run. And Biden is refusing to step down. So their candidacy is like completely sabotaged. And we're about to see an entire election season of Trumpsters rubbing that in their face. The left basically is like watching their doom. They're forced to just bask in like 6 months of like, wow, we're going to lose and there's nothing we can do about it. And the entire Stormy Daniels case was a nothing burger. And it's probably going to start being revealed that the country backs Trump, even though a lot of Trump supporters will never accept that. The country backs anybody, dude. The country backs both parties. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. It's a big Masonic play. It's just a big Masonic play, bro. Right now! That new tomorrow! I think I need to listen to Van Halen at the gym today. Yeah, then they can't cheat. Yeah, so then there's the idea that Biden stole the election. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I can tell you this much. The one thing that becomes more clear to me every day is that social media has turned people into fucking bug people. Think about it. It's about being normal now. Like, what did it mean to be normal before Facebook? Before you could go flex how normal and adjusted you are? Like, yeah, look at me not spurging out. Look at me not blowing it. Look at me posting bland, mundane shit that gets likes and... Look at me being normal. You're like a fucking rock star for being normal! And then, you know, my personality, which used to make me a lot of friends, by the way. Like, look, I struggled with women a little bit, but I had some issues. Dude, I was fucking molested as a kid by my babysitter, who was a woman. I'm sorry, it's awkward when I bring that up, but I had some fucking issues growing up, okay? I think there's a lot of reasons I struggled with women. But I had fucking friends, dude. My quirkiness, my differentness, it wasn't bad before social media. But my inability to be a fucking regular-ass pleb on social media was a huge fucking deal in a sea of normies flexing their normalness, dude. And it's like, it's just so obvious to me that social media is fucking cancer, bro. Where what did being normal offer you before social media? Now you can flex it. Look how well adjusted I am. What did that mean in 1995 in a teen movie? But I'm normal. I did everything you're supposed to do. Who fucking cares? You're a background character. All the background characters are getting their 15 minutes, dude. Social media is giving background characters extras on the set. They're 15 minutes, and they're all ganging up together, and they're, bzz, that's not a normal opinion. Bzz, that's not a normal opinion. Bzz, that's not what you say on Facebook, dude. Bzz. They're punishing you for not saying what you're supposed to say on Facebook. And I'm to a point where it's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, I know how to be normal on Facebook now. I think I always knew. Like, it's not deep, dude. What's funny, though, is I used to try to be normal on Facebook, and I wouldn't get likes and comments. Because there really was an element of people fucking ganging up against me on Facebook, dude. And oh my gosh, I was thinking about all this last night. Maybe I'll clip this rant, remix it, turn up the volume, because this is what I really wanted to say, dude. Is like, it snuck up on you, dude. If you were different, if you had this kind of like chosen one's energy, where you're spurgy, you're creative, you got a little bit of that main character energy. You got a little bit of that, like, different way about you. You didn't realize what was coming, dude. They're monitoring spirits. Like, you needed to get these fucking people off your Facebook. You needed to cut these people out, man. I didn't understand when I was 18, dude, because who the fuck does? You're a kid when you're 18, man. I didn't know, guys. I didn't realize what was happening. I didn't realize that if effectively overnight, my entire hometown became fucking dead weight, monitoring spirits. And, man. But you know what? You just don't learn unless it happens. You don't learn unless it happens, man, but... yeah. And you know, I don't know if you're trying to mock me, Rhino. But they did. They did ignore my rap, dude. And they ignored my drumming. They ignored me in general. When I tried to be normal on Facebook, I got ignored. And it's kind of like Facebook was kind of like affecting me negatively, dude, because it was a bad experience for me. I was getting fucking mobbed, bro. There's this, like, subconscious group mentality that was working against me on Facebook. And then, you know, the cherry on top is that, well, that was never happening. Well, that was never happening, Stoic. You're mentally ill. That's the fucking icing on the cake, dude. That's the cherry on top. But, you know, my experience aside, it's fucking cancer, bro. And I'm not the only person that's experienced this. I'm not the only person that this shit happens to, bro. It's the weak ganging up against the strong, bro. You're a rock star for being normal. Everybody's patting each other on the back for fucking being free advertising for meme brands. It's fucking cancer, dude. So, yeah. I think I'm going to clip that little segment, dude, because that rant is just how I'm feeling right now, man. That's something that becomes more obvious to me as time goes on. Is like, yo, social media fucked everything up. It's big dick energy. The shit that gets you canceled on Facebook, got you laid in the 90s. 100%. It's peacocking. It's peacocking. It's big dick energy. It's big brain, big balls. Machiavellian, dominator, dictator energy. Like leader energy. Leader against the pack shit gets you fucking canceled now. And you're a rock star for being a fucking average fuckface nobody. Oh, yeah, okay, Stoic. No, it's... Oh, yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're... like, whatever, dude. Go back to your boring-ass job. But I'll tell you what, guys. Whatever happened in your life, you have to accept it. You have to accept everything the way it is. I gotta tell you, man, I don't mind the Gnostic, you know, aside from like whether or not Yahweh is God, because that's extreme shit. The idea that we're not really supposed to be here. We're trapped in some meat suit, fucking basically a simulation where we're not supposed to be. There's something greater for us beyond this. It's game on, bro. It's game time. Ready Player One. Oh, I'm ready, baby. Ready Player One. I'm ready. I'm ready for this meat suit trap fucking demiurge shitbox world, dude. Because if you got it, if you got the divine spark in you, it's game on, bro. These people are like, you ever fucking play a beat 'em up game? You ever play like Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time? They're like one of the Foot Clan, dude. Normies on social media who dogpile you and cancel you. That's like one of the fucking Foot Clan in Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, who gets knocked down and taken out the game with like 5 punches, dude. By themselves, they're nothing compared to you. But oh my gosh, oh, there's 30 of them in this part of the level. There's 30 of them, dude. That's all they are. Strength in numbers. And then, you know, when I go on rants like this, sometimes it doesn't help, but it's the fucking truth, baby. And I want people to know. I want my people here. This is a tiny ass channel, dude, but we're gonna grow. Real ones, dude. The real ones know these people are the fucking Foot Clan, dude. They're the putties in Power Rangers. They go down with a 1-2. When there's 30 of them, oh shit, there's 30 of them. $36. I'm 33. Yeah, I'm gaining. I'm gaining on you, bro. Dude, nothing that I've ever done is like that big of a deal. Like, you know, what Ryan Garcia just said, that's fucked up. I've never said anything that bad. I've dropped the N-word, which in itself, like once you get to the level where you've said the N-word and it's on camera or something, it's like, ooh, that's kind of bad. But people who are like, oh, he said he was going to buy an AR-15. Oh, he made a gun noise. And then he was like, bah, 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 bah. Oh, yeah, I can't believe it. Dude, I'm about to like faint making these noises. But that's what it is. They're working themselves into a frenzy. Oh my gosh, I just got lightheaded from doing that. But that's exactly what they're doing. They're working themselves into a frenzy, bro. Why? Because they never liked me, dude. Because they never liked me. It's not about the AR-15 clip. It's not about the Uber Eats clip. It's not about the N-word song. It's not about anything I've ever said or done, bro. That's all ammunition. That shit's all ammunition, bro. That's all it is. They wanted a weapon against me, and they found it. I never called anybody for an inquisition on Native people. What I said in my rant is that they should have been inquisitioned a long time ago. And that's a fucked up thing to say. But there's a difference. There's a big difference, actually. One is historical commentary, and another is a call to violence. It was historical commentary. Well, I'm not going to dig myself any deeper, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who think a lot of things should have happened in history. Maybe certain people who lost certain wars should have won instead, you know? I'm just a philosopher, dude. I just consider things. I mean, whoa, I think maybe the God of the Old Testament isn't really God. I'm considering that. That's fucked up too. There's churches filled with people who think that Yahweh is God, and I'm starting to think maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. That's fucked up. It's called being a philosopher. Here come them wagons. I'll tell you this much. Black people, we are fucking in this shit, dude. We're riding with the blacks, dude. As soon as we start connecting and working together, it's like they live, dude. Put the glasses on. Put those fucking glasses on. There's a reason that one guy was white and the other guy was black. It was Kurt Russell, right? Kurt Russell gets in that epic fight with that black guy. Put the fucking glasses on, dude. Bro, we're in this trap together. White people got to realize that too, man. We got to overcome, baby. You know, Latinos, it's not that I don't like Latinos. It's just that, you know, there's a fucking valve open that's like flooding our country with your people. And it's clearly like an attack. Oh my gosh, dude. I just want to like smugly read this Aristotle quote over and over and over again until they fucking kill me, dude. This Aristotle quote, this is the quote you're all looking for, by the way. Aristotle, it is the habit of tyrants to prefer the company of aliens. Citizens they feel are enemies, but aliens will offer no opposition. Fucking Aristotle said that. It is the habit of tyrants to prefer the company of aliens. Citizens they feel are enemies, but aliens will offer no opposition. That's philosophy, baby. That's intellect. Aristotle, one of the fucking smartest people of all time. I just want to fucking read it over and over and over until they kill me, dude. Oh, so we're living in a tyranny where they fucking open the floodgates of illegal aliens to fucking uproot and destroy our country? Wow, dude. I guess that's objective reality according to one of the smartest men who ever lived. What are you gonna do? Lie about me and take me to court and fucking lose? This is the movement, boys. This is the real movement. Now, as far as how we move, as far as like action, as far as what we do, I have no idea. I know that the first step is understanding. I know that the first step is knowing the truth. A very, very, very formidable opponent is waiting for your first move, dude. Imagine like the FBI is like a guy in a fucking gi with a black belt. He's waiting, dude. It's like, come on. Come at me. As soon as you make a move, you're going to be like, hey! Whatever you do, dude. Whatever American First does, whatever Antifa does, what everybody does. And the FBI is like, dude, they're waiting to just fuck you up, dude. But it starts with, okay, this is what's happening. whatever that first move is, to fucking max out every ABC agency and take over the fucking country. Whatever hypothetical move that somebody... But it's like, we live in a tyranny. And politics is just some sort of a smoke and mirror game where ultimately they turn white people against black people. They turn men against women. They divide the country in half so they can micromanage each half of the country. Hegelian dialectic, divide and conquer. A country divided amongst itself cannot stand. A revolution divided amongst itself cannot stand. So you want to start a revolution? Yeah, you know. Well, if talking violence, you can count me out. Because that's what the Feddies do. They try to make it violent. But they try to make it violent before you know what the fuck you're doing. Think of it this way. Imagine a game of StarCraft. And imagine rushing doesn't work in StarCraft. Imagine you can't win StarCraft by, like, rushing somebody's undeveloped base with 10 Zerglings because you're better at doing shit fast. Imagine a game of StarCraft where nobody's rushing and somebody's capable of, like, co-opting your base to attack somebody before you're ready. Like, they beat you by tricking you into attacking the enemy when you're not ready. And then you just get stomped out. It's like, oh, well, you instead of stacking up forces, you wasted your money, you wasted your forces, and now you're easy to stomp out and destroy because you attacked before you were ready. Theoretically, if there's ever going to be a revolution, it will come to blows. That's just an understanding. That's not me suggesting anything. That's just an understanding of the world. That's just an understanding of history and how a revolution works, dude. But the feds get all up in your movement and push it all in. Like, we need to go now. We need to invade the Capitol. Like, you're a bunch of fucking rednecks with nothing who don't know anything. You don't know what you're doing. It's over. It's over. We're all going to be sailing on Boat Guy's boat, dude. To victory. The sails, Boat Guy. The sails. But ultimately, guys, I think this stifles your path to enlightenment. I think people who are maybe on the way to enlightenment get caught up in trying to be a revolutionary. It's kind of selfish. You know, the path of, like, attainment is probably selfish. It's like you keep your knowledge to yourself, or you just lightly share it with others, but when you try to upset the predatory nature of the world, you're going to be a short timer. He was smearing his poop. Oh, man. Tyranny. It's tyranny, baby. So all I can say when it comes to minorities is they're not flooding the country with black people. You guys are already here. I think black people like it here on some level. This is about as good as it gets, dude. There's white people here not really living the dream either. So, you know, if you grow up in the hood or if you feel like you're oppressed, dude, there's white chuds who are condemned to a life at McDonald's. They're not getting laid. They're not fucking living some glorious life, dude. So, it starts with, you son of a bitch. That famous handshake between Arnold Schwarzenegger and a Apollo Creed. You son of a bitch. Bam! Big bicep shot. We need white people and black people to work together, boys. Not because of virtue signaling, merely because it's just more fucking troops on the ground. It's more troops on the ground for African Americans, and it's more troops on the ground for white people, dude. Just more bodies in the seats, boys. So ultimately, like, it's gonna be a Fed who's like, fuck that. It's not white enough, baby. We need to be nice and white, nice and extreme, and we need to go do something really fucking stupid right now. And we need to talk about it on Discord and Telegram. And we need to fucking blow it. Nothing like a bunch of dumb white people blowing it. And then CNN will be like, well, a bunch of extremely racist far-right white people waved around Nazi flags and got maxed the fuck out by the FBI, and now they're in prison and dead, and that's it. And then the entire world will watch that and be like, wow, what a bunch of extremely racist fucking idiots. Anyway, still glowing it after all these smears. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Three sets of 5 today, baby, with 150. Let's go. Dude, no shit. Like, man. I used to weigh 140. I mean, I did a bench press competition in high school where you can either bench press your body weight for max reps or half your body weight. I did my full body weight. I got like 12 or 13 reps, dude. 12 or 13 reps with my body weight in high school. And now I'm about to do 3 sets of 5 with 150, and I weigh 170 pounds. That's the sound of my fitness level right now. But as I've been saying, the entire body weight cardio shadow boxing arc, it's not about fighting, dude. Like, I do want to put together the strength again. I really am focused now on getting that back up, but tell you what, dude, I was not ready to throw hands back then. I was scared of, like, this guy, he couldn't even bench 115 for 1 rep. And I knew he could kick my ass. Like, I knew if it came down to throwing blows, he would put hands all the fuck over me. And he also knew jiu-jitsu. So I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, man. I've got some decent hand technique now. Now I'm putting some strength behind it. And I'm doing it right. I'm lifting the weights right. So Ripto's starting strength. I could probably check that out at some point. I think I downloaded it. I think I have the PDF on my computer. But between 5 sets of 5, and then this channel Garage Strength has some pretty cool things. Like, I'm going to do 3 sets of 5 with 80% of my 1 rep max, and then 3 sets of 17 with 60%. 2 minutes rest between the 3 sets of 5, and then a minute and a half rest between the 3 sets of 17. That's kind of like hitting it from like 2 different angles. That's supposed to be good at getting through plateaus, but I don't know. I just feel like that's worth trying. And I think the important thing with weights is, like, whatever rep range you choose, at least stick to it for like a month. You kind of need to keep doing the same thing in the gym over and over, and then just make sure the weight or the reps is increasing. Or if you're going to keep your rep range the same, then make sure the weight is increasing, even if it's in small increments. But you need to have some sort of measurable ability to know that you're increasing your weight. Because you could kind of fuck around in the gym and just do a bunch of random shit and not really be making gains, and you're not even realizing it. So I'm sticking with 5 sets of 5 for deadlifts. And for bench and squats, we're going to try 3 sets of 5, 80% of 1 rep max, followed by 3 sets of 17, 60%. A lot of people say that's like a really good program. And then you do the accessory lifts on top of that. Once my bench gets to where I can rep my body weight for like sets of 6, then I'll start focusing on upper chest more. It's not a bad turnout, guys. I feel like the streams they're far from dead. We got some chuddies here. But I'm always thinking of how to grow the channel. How do I make a viral video? How do I get more? I don't need more subs. I mean, fuck, I need like real subs. The sub count is fucked. Who cares about the sub count at this point? I just need more people here, dude. If we had like 3 to 5 more regulars here every month, we're killing it. We need more regulars. We need more views on the videos. I should try at some point to get a Patreon going. Like a real Patreon where there's actually incentive to join. A little bit of money for your boy. I'll just fucking go on rants. Put it behind a paywall on Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, there's a grind out there. I'm being lazy. There's a fucking grind. There's a way to do it. We can grind it, chuddies. I appreciate that, Rhino. I think that's a decent goal. Patreon. Probably just going to be one tier, you know? $5, $10 a month, you get some bonus content. Something like that. Ideally, you know, I get 5 to 10 people to sign up for that. And then I got a little extra, you know, $50 a month. It's not much. But then I also get the YouTube monetization money. Yeah. Yeah, it's time to fucking skid it. Got to get back on that mic, dog. I got to get those rap songs going again. I was thinking about maybe making a music video for my last song. What if I made a music video for Hated in My Hometown? That would take some effort. I'd actually have to learn the song. The first step is like memorizing the song so I could film myself rapping it. And then maybe just kind of have like a montage of clips from the past. Yeah, interviews, react to clips right after they come out. I'm going to keep trying to reach out to people. Maybe at some point I get somebody to interview me. I'd definitely be down to get interviewed. That would be cool. Anyway, chuddies, about time for me to mosey on with my day. I think I'm leaving the stream up. I think I'm going to clip this stream later and get that social media rant. Because it's just so damn true, dude. Of all the things that I consider, one thing is absolutely certain. Social media fucked up my life. That's why I lost all my friends, but it was necessary. I wish it would have been smoother, but it just is what it is, dude. We're on the path to chuddy enlightenment now, and it just had to happen the way it happened, dude. I don't blame myself for how I reacted, and ultimately, I'm not a bad person. So, break. Let's all kill it. Let's all get it. Nobody here's radical. This isn't a gang. We're just a bunch of freaking philosophers, dude. Teachers and students, baby. God bless. See you guys next time.